Hello everybody, I'm Daniele Fontani. I work in Sintra Consulting as CTO, and today I'm going to present a flash keynote on DevOps trends. Before I start talking about tomorrow, few moments to review what is DevOps today. It was the 2009 when for the first time in the history the man used the word DevOps. Since that time 11 years passed, so how much this technology is spread into the company and what is DevOps. DevOps is the practice, the philosophy of putting together development and ops together, creating synergy and efficiency. How DevOps changed our lives? Of course, the company that employ DevOps technique in their process has better process definition and automation. DevOps bring to better quality, reduce human error, prevent misunderstood, and improve communication. So there is no more conflict between office because they work together. And what is DevOps in number? So how it is used nowadays in 2022. So in 2 years the market related to DevOps will increase to $8 billion, and we suppose that in 2024, so in 4 years, it will be 12 billions. So it is very, very high growing. And as you see, DevOps usage passed from 3 to 30% in just 1 year, in just 4 years, sorry, in just 4 years. And as you see, the first benefit of DevOps are already evident in our surveys, because in just 1 year we reduce from 28 to 14% of manual deployment. So we reduced the number of manual deployment. So we get benefits from automation, and automation is possible because DevOps processes are ongoing. And then finally we have the 68% of Kubernetes installation and production. That this is not strictly related with DevOps, but it is an element that can help, that can simplify process management. And now we can start talking about tomorrow. What will be DevOps tomorrow? Because we see that DevOps is important, and in the next year will be more important. So we have to be ready for the change, for the challenges that market will have for us. So first point is about security. Security has been always important, of course, but with the growing usage of digital services and storage of sensible data like biometric or photo, it is now crucial. The users started asking where are their data and how are managed. So we have to keep their information secure. We cannot fail. By the way, the user is always more demanding, and we need to support agile processes to be responsive for the changes. We cannot allow situation when we finish the project or a big feature and it is stopped by SecOps at the end, and maybe wait weeks before it is approved or redo work. This is not more possible. That's why almost for critical project we need to integrate DevOps with SecOps, so bring security into the process, involving all those people in just one team. We need to replicate what we have done, bringing together dev and ops, and the benefit we had. Second point is about no ops. No ops mean no operation. The purpose of no ops is to define a process where there is no need to combine the part of development with the operation to make things work. No ops has a goal: make everything deployable by design, with no effort from anybody. The idea is to have a platform that doesn't need human action. In example, we can connect our code repository directly with Heroku, and we have a no-ops solution. So nobody needs to manage the infrastructure or the deploy process. But this concept is interesting, but we need something to put in practice. We need to automate monitoring and security inside the pipeline to avoid risk, of course. So it is important to automate also security and monitoring part to start approaching no-ops. Another good point is about infrastructure. Everything must be like the code, because nothing is better than source code. It is versionable, can be copied, can be pasted, can be sent via mail. And if we execute twice, we get same result. Historically, sysadmin things are not the same. We cannot cut and paste a data center and send it via mail, right? The good news is that your infrastructure can be like source code. We already introduced solutions like Ansible or automated framework like Terraform. In fact, we can version our script and automate infrastructure management. That's a point we have to keep in mind. Next step is about the pipeline. Traditional pipeline start to be obsolete as concept. When DevOps was coined in 2009, the average scenario was a monolithic web application. In the worst case, it was time that MVC pattern was revolutionary. Today the situation is a little bit different. In the simplest case, we have two applications: front-end, a single page application, and API backend. Often they evolve differently and are managed by different teams. So probably we will choose a microservice architecture in our next project, and this means a lot of applications to be deployed, thousands of applications to be deployed, and a lot of dependency, a lot of tests to do, a lot of things to automate. Traditional pipeline approach is limited because it's related just to one artifact. So the next level of deployment is assembly line. Traditional approach is not suitable for complex scenario. We need to model approaches where all offices cooperate. And this is one example where we have dev, test, operation, SecOps, release management all together, not just physically, but in a tool that manage all the parts and coordinate all the work. How we can do that? We can do that using a tool or a set of tools that manage all the topic. Is in the analogy with assembly line, it is called DevOps Island. Finally, not related strictly to DevOps, few words about Kubernetes. Well, Kubernetes help us to do things because it is a good solution that enable us to DevOps scenarios, the one we talk about until now, because it can be run on cloud or on premises. It is described by source code, so we can recreate Kubernetes cluster easily. It can be automated. We can set up a no-ops or near serverless configuration if we use cloud or some small solution. and it is multi-cloud. So why not? Finally, to wrap all up, what is important to remember in next year DevOps scenario? DevSecOps, no ops, everything will be as a code. The end of pipeline age as we define it today, and that will be probably cloud native. Thanks a lot. Thank you for listening. I'm here for question.